Hey everybody, hope you're all having a good day. It's his first day, and like I said, I'm still trying to get through this game. Given where I am, we are still quite a bit off. But anyway, we're on Tournament Storyteller because we finished off the Red Tournament and we did a little bit of Tournament Storyteller, so we are still making a push here. So let's just get into it. If we can finish this off today, great. But we'll see. Anyway, let's go. We just got to see the testimony here. Oh shoot. Yeah, there was the testimony. So after my performance, I went to physician. So I called to him from the outside room, but he didn't reply. I entered the room and I saw Shinshu slumped over the table, motionless. Afternoon, Jason. Hope you're having a good day. From what I can tell, there not appear to be any. Oh yeah, right. I know. From what I can tell, there do not appear to be any inconsistencies in the testimony. Of course, there aren't any, because I'm not trying to hide anything. Did you get trolled by Blackwell to actually talk? Alright. I'm sure Shamani's right. I don't see any inconsistencies either. I did pick up some faint discord when those hard. Ponder all you would like, defense, but it is pointless. Your Honor, I believe there is no need for further deliberation. Hold it! Why do you think I'm still trying to speak for this? I disagree, Your Honor. I detect discord in the voice of the witness's heart. There's a clear indication that Uendo is facing some sort of inner turmoil. Are you saying what I figure saying, Miss Sykes? Yes, Your Honor. The defense would like to conduct a quick therapy session on this witness. Objection. Uendo, there is no need for you to submit to this so-called therapy. Ah. Let's go for something. I just know to go for something simple. Anyway, back to this. It's fine by me. I have nothing to hide. Bring it on. Impudent fool. Why would you not listen to the guidance of this holy servant of the Holy Mother? That's right, a lot of the witnesses aren't exactly on Nayuta's side. If the witness wishes to proceed, I see no problems, prosecutor. Ha ha ha! In one ear, not the other. It seems this performer has no need for your so-called guidance, prosecutor sad monk. Just know this, Uendo. Your folly will surely earn you divine retribution. Thanks, Simon. I'm going to make this. I'm going to make the most of this opportunity you created for me. Just keep your wits about you. I will. Uendo, can you tell us again what happened in the dressing room? Alright. Other performance. Oh, so I'm going to see if actually nah. Alright. A lot of poppiness. That's odd. No, give me a second. I'm double checking something here. I'm doing something here. Alright. Okay. So, we got it here. Anyway. I've just been pointed. No lack of surprise. Even though I noticed something strange with these emotions. Something stranger with GC toe skins, you say? No, something strange with these emotions. How could you have heard something stranger with cheesy toe skin? I don't know, maybe it's me who's got some cheese in my ear. Will the floor open up? Sorry, did he will the floor to open up and swallow his cushion out of shame for that bad joke? The point I'm trying to make is that I noticed something unexpected in your emotions. Alright. Okay, I can focus it. Ah. Got it. Okay. Nice, stop hiding and come out where we can see you. Please bring with us a few replacement cushions. So, what was this unexpected thing you noticed? Now here's who I am! Oh, come on! His Honor said a few cushions, not if he doesn't. Now that we see not of all have a good laugh, please continue, Miss Sykes. He's laughing. Ah. Focus with me now. Don't let yourself get rattled. When you entered the room and saw your master slumped motionless over the table, you weren't the least bit shocked, Uendo. Don't you think that's a little odd? Is it though? The lack of surprise means you were prepared for what you saw. And I think I know why. The reason anyone wasn't shaken when he saw his master was because... Three options. Just say this. It's right. You know, I think maybe the reason you weren't shaken was because you already knew you would find your master dead. What? What kind of a thing is that to say? You got it all wrong. Oh, right. I just remembered something. I thought you was just sleeping when I first saw him. You thought he was sleeping? Sounds plausible, but... What made you think he was asleep? Well, he had his head and arms up on the table as if he were taking a nap. Oh, what? Another thing. There was that note too. A note? What note? Ah, he must be talking about this. Resting, do not disturb. It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting, do not disturb. Yes, that's the note I saw. After not, who wouldn't think Shinsu was napping? That is a pretty reasonable assumption. You've gotta be kidding me. Have these notes out to the court record. That's right, I saw the note. That's why I thought Shinsu was asleep. I want to change my testimony to include that statement. Alright, I'll run an update. You want me saving? We have no penalties in this one. He didn't reply. But this is the update. When I opened the door, I thought he was asleep. Something seemed off, so I rushed over to him. I'm shocked to find him dead. I couldn't believe my eyes. Why are you angry now? Vindo, I noticed something funny in your emotions again. Funny, you say? I guess an entertainer of my caliber can make people laugh, even with my emotions. I didn't mean that kind of funny. Quite the opposite, actually. When you entered the dressing room, I see that you suddenly felt anger. What I want to know is, what made you feel angry all of a sudden? What? Let's see. Oh yeah, now I remember. As I was going in, I whacked my little piggy on something. I was annoyed at my own clumsiness. Wait, you mean you stubbed your pinky toe? It's just a little bump on my little piggy. No big deal. It's embarrassing, really. There's someone like he's hiding something. I better dig a little deeper. No need to be embarrassing, though. But I'm afraid it's something we do need to look into. I don't see really anything you could have stubbed your toe on. In the area around the dressing room door in this picture. I mean, there was something there at the time. Brendo, what side did you stub your toe on?
Objection.
What an irrelevant question. You dishonor the souls of the victim with these unnecessary delays. Yeah, really. He doesn't stub your toe every once in a while. You really gotta fuss over every small detail like this. Well, the thing is, even the most subtle fluctuations in a person's psyche can clue us into the truth. That's why it's important to get to the bottom of this question. Plus, if I back down now, who knows what new insult Simon will hurl my way. And do you know what it is about the Endo substance too? No matter the door. What in the world might there have been that is not there now? Oh, that's right. You know, did you stub your toe on the table? Wait a minute. Well, it does appear that something hit the table and moved it. Ueno said he stubbed his toe as he was entering the dressing room. Yeah, that table looks pretty far from the door. Oh. Could what bumped into the table be also as a clue to what Ueno stubbed his toe in? Carlos' answers will only hurt us here. So think carefully before you speak again. Right. I'm gonna try this. So, hey, was right. Please take a look at this photo of the crime scene. Do you see it? This long track goes from the door all the way across the room. Now that you mention it, I do see traces of something getting dragged. And the drag marks end there, at the TV. This implies that the TV was originally by the door. I'm convinced that this TV is the object the witness stubbed his toe on. Well, Endo, how about it? Yes, you're right. It was the TV. 10%. The noise level dropped again. Yes, I saw my Piggy 2 on the TV. But what of it? Why is this so important to you? The noise went down, but hasn't completely disappeared yet. Which means he's still hiding something. Okay, let's try this tactic instead. Window, why was the TV moved there? Shinzo must have moved it so he could watch my shoot routine. But what a place to put it, right in the middle of the doorway like that. I didn't want to bump into it again, so I put it back to where it belongs. Performance on stage can be viewed in the dressing room using that TV. That's right. It's a closed-circuit monitor that shows the stage. Alright. I see. Hang on. I can't find anything else out of this place. I still haven't gotten the noise level down to 0 yet. I'm in. I'm still getting noise here, but I don't see anything fishy. This is precisely why amateurs are such a bother. Sorry. I'm in no mood to play nursemaid here. But if that's what it takes to save the soba shop. Oi, Arendo. Here's a curiosity for you. This table master Tornado has slumped over, looks like it was moved. Did you happen to bump into it while you were moving the TV back? Oh my, yes, you're right. The TV hit the table and Arendo's body moved in a jolt. That's when I first realized Shinzo was dead. Oh, but hi Scar, I was. I see, thank you. We're finally getting a more precise picture of how the body was discovered. But I wager you need to put the spur to Endo just a trifle longer. Right! I can't keep asking Simon to bail me out like this. It's time for me to regain my footing and really stand on my own. Endo, you said what you said just now about discovering your master's death. Could you please describe it all of that again for the court in detail? Alright. Oh, but before you do, let me just plug in the latest information. As I said, room. Here's the info update. Toe on the T. I tried the under room, but I stubbed my toe on the T. Yeah. So I think the shop. Got it. That's odd. After the initial shock of finding the victim dead, you reacted with surprise again. What was it that surprised you, Endo? Besides your master's death? What do you mean? What's more, you were even more surprised the second time than the first. What could have surprised you more than finding your late master? Search me, you little thing. You must have made a mistake.
Silence.
The girl's as sharp as a trout, to be sure. But her ability to hear people's emotions is absolute. Nah, get to her memory, Endo. What was it that surprised you? That was a compliment, right? Well, No, we pushed him too hard! Now he's mentally all over the place! That. His emotions are completely out of control! Out of control? Can't explain how that's relevant. You know how normally I listen for the hidden emotions in a witness's voice, right? From there, I look for inconsistencies between the testimony and those emotions. But sometimes a person's feelings can run too high, making it hard to get proper readings. So that's how your Matrix program works. Fascinating. Ordinarily, it's just one emotion that runs out of control. But it seems there's nothing ordinary about this time. Yeah, I report. No, but he didn't reply. Nor thought he was sleeping. I tried to enter the dressing room, but stuffed my toe on the TV. When I put the TV back to its normal spot, I realized that Shinshin was dead. Being somewhere that cluttered. I knew it! What's got your knickers in a bunch now? Ueno has multiple emotions running out of control at the same time. Never seen anything like this, ever! So how does one bring a situation like this back under control? I have to find the root cause of this tangled mess before I can treat him. I can identify what is causing this emotional rampage, then I can probe to dive in further. I need to point to what I think is the root cause, and then probe again and hit probe again. Sorry. Through this process, I can identify exactly what's causing me so much distress, and that will help bring his emotions back under control. In that case, let's get started, shall we? Alright, I can't guarantee success, but it's definitely worth a shot. And look for the root cause of those rampaging emotions. Alright. Not the TV. I did get the card cards. I get it now. The cards were the origin of it all. Don't try to deny it. You can't hide your feelings from me. The dimensions that was left at the scene of the crime is what's causing your distress. And if the dimension was the cause of all those feelings, then that means the phrase "oh and forth" must mean something to you! Here. There's a bye bye. There! Noise level 0. Finally! The die message consists of 2 words, Owen and forth. But neither of those 2 words have anything to do with this witness. This topic warrants no further argument. Sure, there may not seem to be any direct connection between Ueno and the message. For now. But why don't you and decide what's necessary after you hear my theory? I trust you've hit something upon something, Athena. Yep. Yes. If my theory is right, we can finally solve the case of Ueno and the mysterious Owen Forth. Well, go on then. You know what? Tell this promise to be interesting. Now, please share your theory with the court, Miss Sykes. There was something puzzling me about Ueno's out of control emotions just now. Namely, that there were 3 distinct reactions present. I had never seen that before. I wonder how it could be possible. Is there a conclusion to this meandering musing of yours? Hold your horses, I'm getting there. So could a person flip between 3 distinct emotions of such intensity like a switch? In the end, I concluded that it wasn't just wasn't possible, sorry. Ha 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 ha! So that's it, is it? A bit unconventional. I grant that it's possible within the realm of psychology. Within the realm of psychology? I'm afraid that you'll have to explain it for the old man up here on the bench. Your Honor, my theory is that Uendo has multiple personalities. With so many distinct personas, it's clear to me that Uendo has this dislocatively identity disorder. This is like sadly multiple personalities. Just dislocation identity disorder. Boom! Reading. Well, what does that even mean? Your Honor, the defense would treat this child as a child's jest. Multiple personality disorder? A preposterous proposition indeed. Would you not agree, witness? How did she know? How did she figure it out? Oh, Laguna! I can't believe it. I did it! I did it, Simon! I've read papers on it before. But to think I see a case of it for myself. Blimey. Rokugan artists tell stories as different characters. As different personalities. Hey you, lawyer girl. You got a problem with us, huh? No. No problem at all. This is all very hard to believe. But now we've established that the witness has multiple personalities. Each of them please introduce themselves to this court. Uendo Tornado. I'm a Rokugan storyteller, as you know. Hey everybody, Patches, the friendly jester here. Kisagawa, courtesan. And is that all of you? Yes, that's all of us. So there are 3 personalities in total. Uendo, Patches, and Kisagawa. Huh. Well, Simon, what do you think now? That's your one lucky duck. Just be glad they were dense enough to help you out. Can't you just straight up say I did great for a change? You appear to be quite proud of yourself, Defense. But all you have done is infringe upon the privacy of the witness. I couldn't disagree more, Prosecutor. Now we know that there are 3 personalities. A new way for us to interpret the meaning of a certain piece of evidence has arisen. A new interpretation? Oh no, I am very curious. What is this piece of evidence you're talking about, Miss Sykes? Knowing what we know about Uendo and his personalities, this now makes perfect sense. Okay. Got 2 pieces of evidence. Let's try both.
Take that!
Cover the cards! That's right, Your Honor. Recall the original dying message left at the scene. We didn't have a clue as to what Owen Forth could possibly mean. But now, with this new information about Uendo and his personalities, isn't it possible that Owen Forth actually means a secret 4th personality of Uendo? A personality called Owen? 1! Oh, Kunga! Uendo must have kept his identity person out. This identity disorder from us because he didn't want to be associated in any way with that dying message. That reading. No, that's not why. We kept our disorder a secret for a different reason altogether. We've been taking advantage of our affliction to act out various Rokugan characters. If word of this got out, well, a reputation as a Rakugo artist would be tarnished, as would the Tornado name. That's why we kept it a secret from everyone except members of the Tornado School. But really, there is no fourth personality. It's just the three of us in here. A plausible enough sounding story. But it doesn't prove you didn't rearrange the cards, does it? But I will concede that it is highly likely that the witness rearranged the cards. Is President Randy actually agreeing with us? However, isn't that also possible that the accused killed Master Tornado? And then left that message in order to frame the witness? And upon noticing the cards when he found the victim's body, Ueno rearranged them.
Silence!
A fantastic tale, but a tale nonetheless. No one outside the Tornado School knew about Uendo's multiple personalities. Ueno just finished saying so himself. Ah, that is the true, but ultimately meaningless point. The witness was only in the dressing room for 2 to 3 minutes. That is far too little time to commit murder, wouldn't you say?
Objection!
Then who's to say he couldn't have done it before his discovery?
Objection!
Ah, that spring chick memory of yours. Have you already forgotten the Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony? My testimony? Oh. Garu escorted me to the dressing room. We heard the sound of a Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. That's right. Just until a few moments before Ueno entered the dressing room, Tenfu Tornado was confirmed to be alive. Ah! No! Not only that, Ueno was on stage until just before he discovered the body. A bulletproof alibi that I've already confirmed with several audience members. Oh, no! I also heard that his Rakugo performance that day was a steaming pile of... Well, you get the picture. Yes, I'm afraid so. Really suck up the stage. I did. And yet, I have a perfect alibi. Indeed. Why not land a coup de grace on the defense by describing your alibi, witness? Okie doke, Smokey! Widow's alibi. I was on stage just until just moments before I went into the dressing room. The entire audience was my witness. But my performance was a huge buzz, not a single soul laughed. I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show. Ueno was on stage before he found the body, and so he could not have committed this crime. It is time to let it go, all go defense, and move on. Well, get this, Prosecutor Shamandi. The right enemy agency never gives up. We'll fight to the bitter end. Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on. And allow me to say once more, I'll never give up. Let it go and never! This is pointless. You should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you foolish child. Your worthless convictions only serve to prolong the accused's suffering. If words will not sway you, then perhaps pain will. two games has happened to me now. What's the big idea, Prosecutor Shamandi? That was but a small dose of punishment for your misguided convictions. Are you now a bit more inclined to give up as instructed? That's if! In that case, you must require another dose. Not bloody likely! I don't give two flies about your beliefs. But if Saxtono were to submit to you here, I won't be able to eat a good soup anymore. That's right! For Mr. Wheatwet's future on Prosecutor Blackwell's stomach, I will never give up! You won't rue those words offense. Of that, I can assure you. I'm not. How can we be so? How can we be sure it was you on that stage? Are you asking whether it could have been an imposter? Okay, I guess so. Unlike a big arena, a Rokaku Theater is a cozy little place. It would be hard for to fool an audience in such an intimate setting, don't you think? Why am I having trouble reading? Yeah, I guess you're right. Good, I'm glad we could clear that up. But I guess you could say... Was there anything special about the stage or your performance that you can tell me? For example, were the lights dimmer than usual? Were there any problems or accidents? Not a thing. Everything was the same as always. Mr. Prosecutor, you questioned the audience, didn't you? Sorry. Yes, of course. Apparently, nothing seemed amiss to them except, well, one small thing. One small thing? Oh, it was so embarrassing. I tried my best, really, I did. Do you have any idea what went wrong? I'm not sure if it was my performance or if it was just that particular audience. Or maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows that this kind of thing happens from time to time. I guess that makes sense. Still, I wonder how he could have flapped all this on his own commemorable show. It's like, maybe I should dig into this a bit more. Could you tell me what Rokaku story you performed? I could, but I'm not sure if it would mean anything to the unintended or something. Alright, reading. Well, even if I might not get it, can't you at least tell me? Alright, if you insist. The story I performed is called Tokasoba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Time Soba, huh? Huh? Everyone knows right. You only said the name of their team, and I'm already lost. So you performed Time Soba, did you? What? You know it, Prosecutor Shamandi? In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, Defense, you would do well to prepare better for your next trial. I'm in. What's Time Soba about? Look it up yourself. Allow me to give you an overview. The story takes place on a winter's night A man ordered a bowl of soba at the street stall. How are you doing, sir? What can I get for you? I see you got seaweed top tama soba. I'm not even. No, I can't even. I can't even. Come on, bros. Lads, look how much I have to read. Let's do it anyway. The story takes place on a winter's night. A man orders a bowl of a soba at a street stall. How are you doing, sir? What can I get for you? I see you've got seaweed top ham, hanamaki soba, and mixed topping shimpuku soba. I'll have a bowl of shimpuku, my good man. It sure is cold tonight, isn't it? But there is nothing like a hot bowl of noodles and soup to warm the soul. You know it, sir. One shimpuku coming right up. So how's business? Not so great, sir. Is that so? Well, that's great. Because things can only get better from here, right? Oh, prosecutor! The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. Well, how much do I owe you? That will be 16 mon, sir. I see. Sorry, but I only have a small change on me. I'll count the coins on into your palm. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, what time is it? It's 9, sir. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thanks, and bye. I can't see able to keep up with that too. I'll count the coins in your palm, so could you hold your hand for me? Very well done, Prosecutor Shimandi! That was excellent! Huh? I don't get it. What's so funny about that? Don't you see? Customer paid with coins. I counted them out one by one. Then, just after counting it, he asked about the time. And the soba vendor answered with 9. Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9, and then he continued counting from 10. Exactly. He cheated the soba vendor out of 1 mon with his smooth talking. The story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tried to do the same. But he bungled the trick and ended up paying more than 16 mon for his soba. The story ends on that as a punchline. You can look up the rest of the details yourself. I'm sure Prosecutor Sad Monk Oberter would love to perform for you after court. So basically, it's a story about a man cheating on his soba bill. That's kind of petty, isn't it? Is that really all you have to say about this classic story? Pine soba is such a well-known staple of Rakugo. Hey! Rakugo, that the skill of an artist is critical in... Fine, you studied a lot. But we haven't the time for a lecture detour right now, Prosecutor Sad Monk. Oh, I want to hear a little more. I suppose it is off topic. Getting back to the matter at hand, Sykes, the witness said that the story I performed is called Tokasopi, or it's known as Time Soba. Would you like to add this statement to his testimony? Should I have this statement added to the testimony? Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. I'd like to have it added. Very well. The story I performed is called Taki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. The story where a man cheats on a soba bill, right? So, sorry, why do you think it didn't go over so well? Alright. Well, I suppose I was a little nervous. It's a lot of pressure when you're the star of such an important show, you know. You? Nervous? I thought you'd be all calm and collected. But I guess even you can get stage fright, huh? I wanted so badly to live up to the great name of Uendo that I inherited. But I guess I overperformed a little this time. Wait, Uendo was the stage name of a former member of the Tornado School, right? That's right. The name belongs to the one of Shinsho's former disciples who died of illness at a young age. The weight of a new name like that to carry on your shoulders. I can see why you're feeling the heat. Just like me. I'm carrying the weight of my entire agency on my shoulders right now. In that case, can I count on your sympathy? And how if you go a little easier on me? But the audience has his witness. Uendo has a pretty unshakable alibi, doesn't he? You're not giving up, are you? Where's that never say die spirit you displayed earlier? Of course I'm not giving up, Simon. I just know Uendo has something to do with this case. But how do you connect him to the crime when he has an alibi as strong as that? I don't know yet. So I'm going to press his testimony and keep an eye out for the contradictions. Alright. Shit! Alright. Alright. I messed up. I was meant to percent, not press. Alright. Alright. Uendo, is there something odd about the routine you performed? Odd? No. I don't think there's anything odd about it. But that's exactly what I find odd. The fact that you didn't think it's odd. Objection. Are we discussing the witness's alibi at the moment, defense? The show's program is completely irrelevant. Objection. That's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Shamandi. The reason being, it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Uendo, do you know what this is? No, what is it? This is an invitation to the show, sent from Master Tornado to Prosecutor Blackwell. Included in the invitation is a rundown of the show's program, which clearly states that Timesville was to be performed by Master Tornado himself. No. Uendo, why did you perform the routine your master was scheduled to do? Well, you see, the reason for that is how do I say this? You see, let's say it was a prank. That's right. It was just a little joke, you see. It's just a prank thing. I was trying to surprise Shinzu by performing his routine before he did. The prank bro to his master. Potentially. I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the fitness routine really just for laughs, or... Hey, didn't Simon happen to hear Time Soba coming from the dressing room? During Uendo's performance on stage? It seems like too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be? What's the matter? You live like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay. Stop confirming me to birds! Then cease this bird brain timidity. If something has occurred to you, then let it out for us already. Don't breed resentment in those watching your performance. Okay. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here goes. It looks like Uendo's alibi checks out, Your Honor, but even though he was on stage at the time, he may have been trying to excavate the crucial detail about the case. Are you referring to the Soba bill the man tried to skip on in the witness story? I'm pretty sure I brought you a word somewhere there. I'm not talking about the Rokaku story, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, but then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes? What Uendo may have been trying to deceive us was... time. Uendo tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death. What? Eek!
Objection.
What gibberish. Hashira Blackwell even testified to the time of the victim's death. I know. But he only testified that way because he and Garu have been completely taken in. You mean by the Soba Bill thing? Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor? I was deceived. Right, Tao. How do Uendo manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage? That's easy. All you had to do was use a certain prop in the dressing room. Oh, and what might that be? The prop Uendo used was the TV.
Take that.
This TV was used to view what was happening on the stage. Husker Blackwell, when you came to the dressing room, what was Uendo doing? He was performing time, so blast! After you know, I hope you're having a good day. Could it be? Yes, it could. And it was. What you and Gary heard was not Master Tenno practicing his routine. It was Uendo's performance, as heard through this TV monitor speaker. No speakers. What? Like, hope you're having a day. With the TV just inside the door of the dressing room, it could easily be heard from the hallway outside. Because we knew that Master Tenno was scheduled to perform Time Soba, we were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time, rehearsing. Yes, your knowledge of the day's program is why the two of you could be fooled this way. Time in, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tenno? With the doors in the way, I couldn't tell exactly who the voice belonged to. No? Not yet. But because I heard Time Soba, I assumed it was Master Tenno. I can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game.
Objection.
All of that is mere conjecture. Where is your proof, defense?
Objection.
Uendo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. I know there was a new pack, I just haven't seen it again. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door. Because then someone might figure out the trick he's been playing. And there's one more thing about Uendo's actions that's suspicious. And that is the fact that he flopped so badly on such an important occasion. What's so suspicious about that? Even pros slip up once in a while, you know? But I believe that this time it was intentional. Because Uendo knew it'd be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room. Aqua probably next sees Oh! So Phantom Knights have physically their endgame. The big deadly endgame. Oh. Oh yeah, did you watch Monster Saga last night? Oh my! Yikes! It's all just a bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. They're both yours? Oh wow, okay. Makes sense. Plus, if the voice pressure Black Hole and Gary heard was due to Uendo's scheming, I might be able to check that. Then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 PM. In other words, Uendo could have killed Master Tenno himself. We got you by the stones now, Uendo, so you better confess everything. Yeah. Well, with this, what do you have to say for yourself? Ah, got it. Okay. It was an episode, I will say that. We demand an explanation. It was also the bonus episode, so and they were opening 15 secret packs, so yeah. It's an episode. Window! Yeah. I confess. I tampered with this crime scene. Okay. Is it the defense claims that Window Tornado is the true murderer in this case? He tampered with the crime scene. Then we have to at least consider him a suspect. Well, that. Now wait just 1 minute. Yes, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill Shinzo. Then why did you tamper with the crime scene? I refuse to answer that question. What? If you suspect this witness, then I have a question for you. What could it be this time? The Window had absolutely no reason to murder Tenfu Tornado. After all, why would Window kill the man who recognized his skills and promoted him? Oh! Well, his motive was, I can't think of a single thing. It appears you are also not aware of one other fact. And that is that the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Is it not natural then? Suppose that the accused killed the victim at that time? What? No one told me that Mr. Wet had also gone there before 4 p.m. We were only discussing the time frame after 4 p.m. I didn't think to mention it. And now that you have made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant... Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. So you really don't know what your client was doing during the time frame, do you? Well, it was all very sudden and, Really? Fabled are in the new pack? And why didn't you wait until the very last second to contact... Why'd you wait until the very last second to contact me, Simon? Don't you give me that look. And just so you know, Bucky never told me he had visited the master before 4 p.m. either. Alright! This sort of thing is exactly why Pershers keep calling us unprepared! The fence will stop scoring in this instant! Sorry, Your Honor. Here's your money! Please continue! Thank you, Your Honor. Vince, you know the silver making implements in the dressing room, correct? Ah, who's it this time? Wait, is it Speed or Rush? That might be important. Is he talking about the equipment for making the soba noodles? Cinematography. Oh, okay. That name sounds a bit familiar, and I can't remember why. You speak at the large bowl that is used to mix buckwheat flour and water. The long rolling pin and the special knife that is used to cut the dough into noodles. The name sounds familiar, I can't remember why. Precisely. These tools all came from the accused soba shop. You mean they didn't belong to Master Tornado? Mr. Wet had visited the dressing room to give the victim the soba making lesson. And that visit was before 4 p.m. I'm afraid that after the accused knead the dough and made those noodles, he committed the act of murder. But wait! That's not him! If Mr. Wet killed the victim before 4 p.m., why would he return to that room at a later time? Hold it. Wet soba. Your kit and Calboon. Nay, when it comes to noodles. 680 for sobas? Huh. Oh my! Hi, MS Chickadee. Hi, Slimy. The reasons I went back is because Master Potato ordered uncooked noodles. Mr. Wet? Yesterday, I brought noodle making trudge to the dressing room at around 2 p.m. That's when Master Tornado ordered uncooked soba noodles you to stock up on. Uncooked noodles to stock up on? Yes, ma'am. Master Tornado kept a supply of soba noodles from my shop in his fridge. He only had one shaving left, so I went back to his shop to get some. Was there any noodles in the fridge? I thought the fridge was practically empty. Anyway, whereabouts of the missing noodles isn't all that important now. You ran into me and Gary when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba, correct? That's right, Slimy. I made time out of my busy day to deliver him the noodles. And what do you know? He ignored me when I called him from the end of the doorway. He just kept mumbling rockagoo lines for ages. Like a man went back to my soba shop. Ah, so that's why he got mad. If what he's saying is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer. I swear I'm telling the truth, Miss Chica. Rev, quick! Get this man to the infirmary! Well, I dare say he's quite the handful. Your Honor, please accept this statement Mr. Watt just made just now in the evidence.
Objection.
I believe the accused statement is about going to the room at around 2 p.m. is true. Or it falls within the victim's estimate time of death. So that opens up the possibility that the crime was committed between 2 and 4 p.m. That's some critical information. Yes, Your Honor. But other than at one point, Mr. Wett's statement are dubious and without proof.
Objection.
But they are words of the defendant himself. Hey man, back me up here. He has a point. If I were the prosecutor, I wouldn't have stabbed him either. Well, I understand the defense's feelings on the matter. This court is unable to accept anything other than the time the defendant had made his visit. Now what do I do? I trust you have no further objections, defense. At last, the time has come to send the soul of the victim onto the Twilight Realm. Onward to the Twilight Realm.
Silence.
That's the read. That's the read there. What are you yammering about, Prosecutor Sat Monk? We still have something we need to question the window about. We do? Like what? Well, don't just stand there. But we don't have any evidence left to present. Have you forgotten already? Isn't there's still a hidden witness you have yet to question? A hidden witness? Oh, that's right. Your Honor, there's still one more issue we haven't finished discussing yet. Oh, what is this bit of unfinished business? We haven't finished discussing this issue related to Reno. Owen. We still have to discuss the possibility of a fourth personality. The one named Owen. Are you suggesting that this fourth personality of Reno might be the true culprit? Please, not that again. I told you we don't have any... So we don't know anything about this Owen. Look, Owen, though. I know you don't have any motive to kill your master, but... This Owen might have one for all we know. I'm clean now, Endo. You've got another personality stashed away, haven't you? Please tell us everything you know about Owen. That's enough. The witness has already stated he knows not of any Owen character. Bravo, you tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Hey, Patches. If you claim you don't know Owen when you really do, that's tantamount to perjury. Tantamount to perjury, sorry. If you want to exercise your right to remain silent, however, well, that's a different story. Do not listen to the deprived prosecutor witness. Wait, what? From Master Tool? Or Duel Links? Oh, right, no, the Master Saga, right, yeah. It was that this was the 15th episode, so yeah. Oh yeah, Saga, right, yeah. So do not listen to the deprived prosecutor witness. You will be tainted by his evil. Do you have any idea how dark and cold a prison cell is? I exercise my right to remain silent. What's this now? Changing the horses in midstream, are you? Shut up! I will remain silent, and that's it. Patches, you fool! Stay out of this! Ha ha ha! Patches is not the brightest bulb in that box you call a noggin, is he? The fact that he switched from I don't know any Owen to I will remain silent is proof that he does know about Owen. There it is again. Simon's formidable psychological manipulation tactic. I'm sure Clyde's on my side today.
Objection.
You dirty, despicable, deprived prosecutor. You were leading the witness. Witness, there is no need for you to submit yourself to the defense's questioning.
Objection.
Your Honor, Uendo is definitely hiding something. Please allow me to question this witness about the existence of Owen. I suppose only this witness can confirm or deny the existence of Owen for us. Very well, I will allow the defense to proceed. Oh, Kuna. I bet Owen. I've never had any personality named Owen. Patches was just blaring nonsense in the panic. We were always aware, so we definitely noticed if a personality like that showed up. I dare you treat me like a criminal based on mere conjecture. Wow. How am I supposed to deal with the testimony of 3 personalities? Unless you can prove the existence of Owen here, it's all over. You best screw your courage to the... You bet screw your courage to the sticking place and attack their testimony head on. Alright, I will. Just stop piling the pressure on me. I have to throw out some info. Anything to drag Owen out into the open. Don't go to me a second. I'm going to have a phone for a second. I'm just going to check the toilet. See things here. So we'll be back in a few seconds here. I am back. Alright, what's this part called then? Why is it it's just under Moon Matrix again?
Hold it.
Alright, me, huh? Mr. Matt, huh? Yeah. Is that how you experience each other? Like people meeting on the street? Well, it's more like all 3 of us are always here. And the personality that most That's most suited to the moment. That is the one that comes out. So when you're out the window, what does the other two do? Well, you never know when it's our turn to come, right? Oh, I think I'm realizing who Dennis is now. Now stand by and listen. So that means all three of you share the same memories? I never really thought about it, but I guess that's right. I see. Thank you. Please continue.
Hold it!
Okay, Patches, can I have a word with you, please? Hee why hello, you rang. Yeah, you said at first you didn't know anybody named Owen. But then you exercised your right to remain silent. Were you afraid of committing perjury? Well, you see... I'll take it from here, if you don't mind. Listen, I hate to say it, but Patches is about as smart as a sack of rocks. Hey, if you grill him with a bunch of high-faltering words, he's gonna want to stay silent. I see. So looking after loose-tongued Patches is your role, is it, Mr. Kisakawa? Well, I don't know about that, but anyway. I do know that Patches was flustered. And that's why we decided to remain... he decided to remain silent.
Hold it!
Okay, what if... but what if, for some reason, you three were unconscious at the time of the incident? If the three of you weren't alert and aware, what would happen? What would happen? I'm not even sure what you mean. I mean, you three share the same memories, right? But what if Owen is different? What if he has memories separate from yours? Maybe Owen emerged when you three are unaware or unconscious. Yeah.
Objection!
Instead of speaking as if this fourth personality is a foregone conclusion, I suggest you prove his existence first. Well, we've already seen 3 personalities. A 4th would be a stretch. You dishonor the victim and this court by jumping to such conclusions without proof. Okay. Have you ever heard these old sayings, Prosecutor Shamandi? What happens twice will happen thrice. If you see one, there are likely 30 in your home. I'm basing my theory on such premises. Comparing us to cockroaches? Did we bug you that much, girlie? But how do you intend to prove it? How will you prove that all 3 personalities become unconscious, as you say? Unless you can do that, all this talk is mere empty speculations. Well, don't be so timid. You don't have it, then find it. Look for something that could render Ueno or the others unconscious. Simon's right. Come back down now. For a kind, Mr. Wet, I have to. Wait, Mr. Wet. Let me wish. Maybe if I were a lump of regular flow dough for Union's noodles. But I'm fresh, like my soba. I don't like soba dough fresh. Yes, it's all about the 3 freshes. Grind the weak buckseed fresh, cut the dough fresh, a boil of... He blacked out. Mr. Wet, falling unconscious. Wait a minute. I think I've got it. Mr. Six! Six! You have further back up your theory? Gonna Steve. Yes. Yes, Your Honor, I do. The proof is right here in this crime photo. It is! In that case, please point to what supports your theory. This most likely is what caused Uendo to lose consciousness.
Take that!
This is probably what made Uendo lose consciousness. Ah, yes, the sake. And isn't it just the And isn't it just like Master Trainer to pick a fine brand like Camel? Okay. Oh, you mean rice wine? Oh, please, don't call it rice wine. That's so unsophisticated. And it's not even wine. Silly girl. I must agree. You need to become more cultured, Athena. Tomayo. Tomato. It's made of rice. People get drunk from drinking it, right? Oh, tomato. My mistake. I misread that. It's called sake. End of story. Fine, sake it is then. Ay, caramba. Everybody's so touchy about these things. I recall Master Trainer who would often have a drink or two before performing. He said it made him more eloquent. Drinking too much of this stuff can make one lose consciousness, no, of course. And look, there are 2 glasses on the table. Mendo, I believe your master offered you sake. And then you must have drank too much and passed out. That's when your 4th personality, Owen, emerged. I drank sake. Oh, that's a good one. We have a real sweet tooth, you see. So yes, we did accept a sugary red bean bun. But since we really dislike sake, we said no, thank you to that. Believe it or not, we are real weak when it comes to booze. Even a tiny drop can knock us right out. So you see, I have sweet manjun bun, but I didn't drink any sake. What? That can't be right. The defense demands that the glasses be examined right away. You amateur! Do you really think I had not already done so? Your foolishness is beyond the pale. Don't tell me there was no traces of the witness having touched either of the glasses. Naturally. Right. Of course. Sykes! Would you like the witness's statement to be added to his testimony? Yes, please, Your Honor. Very well. I had a sweet manjun bun. I didn't drink any sake.
Hold it!
If you have even a tiny sip of sake, you can't write it, huh? That's why you didn't touch the glass that Master Trainer offered, correct? Yes, that's right. And maybe you had something that had sake in it as an ingredient. I don't recall doing anything like that. He doesn't recall doing it? But that doesn't necessarily mean he didn't. He just might not have known that he did. I better take another good look at the evidence. So he didn't drink any sake, huh? Oh boy, we're in trouble. That kind of answer is exactly why Sodmonk keeps insulting you. Now use your head. There are countless ways Uendo could have gotten sake into his mouth besides drinking it. Well, I don't know about the countless part, but nothing. Give it some thought, and you'll figure something out. The witness must have had something that contains sake. Is there anything in the court record that hints at something like that? Alright, let's see if, and then let's check the evidence. I'm pretty sure it's this statement. Not the crime scene photo. Oh, I forgot about this. I'm thinking, Your Honor, the witness statement contradicts this piece with this piece of evidence. Oh, let us ask that panda over there what he thinks. Is there really a contradiction here, oh noble panda? No, there is no contradiction. And there you have it. If Mr. Panda says there are none, then it must be true. Yikes! Oh boy. Nice panda. Okay, that's the one I getting wrong for that I want to try. Oh. Let me think of two other ones.
Objection!
Not that. Oh, knock knock. Who's there? This Evans and not statement. This Evans and not statement? Who? They contradict each other. That's who. That's not even the proper call and response for a knock knock joke. And what's more, her claim does not even make any logical sense. Performance merits neither applause nor leniency. Defense. Everyone's a critic. Cut me some slack. I'm pretty sure that's it, but we'll double check. What's the matter, Fina? Have you been bested by Prosecutor Sadmonk already? Of course not! I don't have any idea what to do. Your expression tells me you have no idea what to do. And here's my advice. Why don't you try focusing on this statement here? Know what it contradicts with? Well, I'll leave that to you to puzzle out. Why can't he stop with the mind games and just tell me which piece to present already? Anyway, I better try comparing the evidence with the statement he showed me. And I was right. Hey, we just got the 2 1 points. Alright.
Objection!
I guess we just do percent. Wildcat. Oh! The witness statement is absolutely nonsense, Your Honor. And this evidence presumed. Wildcats incoming. Legit! Shh! You're not supposed to tell. A strange advice says what you're really thinking, doesn't it, Miss Sykes? In other words, the only real nonsense here is your wild guess, isn't it? Ouch! That 2, widget. No.
Objection!
No. Okay, we know the statement, I just need to find the evidence.
Objection!
Oh, it's worth a shot.
Objection!
The least likely evidence was the most likely evidence. Most of the actual evidence. God damn it.
Objection!
This shows what most likely made Ueno lose consciousness. That note. Are you feeling lightheaded, child? Or perhaps a bit peckish? I'm not hungry, and my head feels just fine, thank you very much. Look at this Look at the paper this note is written on. Isn't there something familiar about it? Oh! What exactly is your point, Defense? This faint design here reminds me of the paper from... Yep. It's a piece of wrapping paper on the box of Manji buns by the victim on the floor. Rendo, you may not have drunk any sake, but you did eat a sweet red bean bun, right? Sorry. Well, yes, that's right. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, Uendo, but I believe the Manji had caused you to fall unconscious. The bean bun? But how? Because those buns contain a secret ingredient. A very punchy secret ingredient at that. A punchy secret ingredient? Yes. The design on the wrapping paper matches that of something else in the room. It does! The design on this object matches that of the Manji box wrapping paper.
Take that!
The camel pattern is the same as the one from Camel brand sake. So, just as Uendo said, he didn't drink any sake per se. But he did eat some. Impossible. Uendo had Camel brand red bean bun, which boasts a nice shot of sake as one of its ingredients. The defense is claiming that Uendo passed out after consuming a Camel sweet bun, which allowed a fourth personality named Owen to emerge. Is that correct? Yes, Your Honor. That's exactly what I'm claiming. But there's one thing that bothers me. Wouldn't the alkali contents of the bun evaporate as they were steamed? In order to give them a stronger flavor, some manji are specially made to retain them as much of their alcoholic content as possible. What kind of lightweight do you think I am? Even if I wouldn't pass away from eating a simple manju. Then how about we test that theory? What do you say, Your Honor? Seeing is believing, as they say. I will allow a test. Thanks, Your Honor. Simon, go pass a camel manju on the double. And don't forget to give me one too, okay? Why must I? I wonder, Roland, Prosecutor Blackwell, will you get one for me as well? I'm not the courthouse stable boy, you know. But just this once, I'll quit. Wait, Taka? I'm counting on you. And all you better pay me back. Oh, but I thought it would be your treat, Prosecutor Blackwell. What a shame. Your Honor. Come on. Now then, let us adjourn until the Manjo Rise by Carryhawk. Cobra Convenience Stores Taka returns. Wait, how is Taka? No, the Blackwood just. I don't even know what's happening there. You can figure it out. Let's give Taka the money ahead of time. Anyway, we're on part 2 and we'll keep going. And yeah, no, I was right. That would have. Okay. The fourth one. May 13th, District Court, Court number 4. No, that's the sweep button. Now that the sweep button's arrived, this court is back in session. Go on, Amanda, eat up. Nice flavor. You can really taste the sake. That was delicious. Yes, a unique sweetness and a faint aroma of sake. Yet I hardly think that anyone would pass out from eating something like that. What's the matter, Endo? You're not afraid of a tiny manji, are you? Or are you scared of how much calories it has? Don't be ridiculous. A sweet little snack like this couldn't possibly... I mean, it could never... Less blading, more eating, witness. Hi, whatever. Oh. See, I told you. It the fact means we might be a light bit. But come on, you know what I sound like. Seriously, do I get struck over what? It looks like it worked. Oh my! Witness, please tell the court your name and occupation. Oh, well. Oh, well. My name is Owen. I'm 5. You're 5 years old? Am I in trouble? Please don't yell at me. Oh. Louise Winner's 4th personality! I hardly think a child like him could have a motive to murder the victim. And even if he had a motive, would he have actually committed the murder? That's a very good point! Wynn does appear to be very timid and weak. Oh. It seems the defense was hoping this hidden personality would be the real killer. Now that he is standing here before us, it is clear that none of those personalities could be the killer. Yay! Where can I even go from here? Shinzo, sniffle. Owen, do you know something about what happened to your master? Come on, buddy. Won't you tell Auntie Athena what happened? Oh, what a scary lady. I'm not scary. Look at Auntie's big smile. Tell me about your master, please. Pretty please. Foot shakers on top. Okay. Shinzo was super nice. He always played with me. Just like a real grandpa. I love Shinzo. Hina, you sense anything behind his words? I sense his sadness. Sadness so pure, it's heart-rending. It's heart-rending. No discord. Pastor Shamandi is right. One isn't the killer. But then, don't you find it odd? Find what odd? Let's review what we've learned so far. Uendo rearranged the character cards to pin the blame on Bucky. Well, that's because the original message implicated Owen. Well, Owen is only 5 years old and absolutely adores Master Chinito. Exactly. The other 3 personalities also have no motive for the murder. If Owen isn't the true culprit, then the person who first laid out the cards probably wouldn't have been Master Chinito. So then who did? Events! Did the appearance of Owen help you figure anything out? Yes, Your Honor. I know who it is that first laid out the cards. I thought it was the victim, right? No, Your Honor. I don't believe it was. The one who first arranged the character cards on the table was none other than the true killer. I believe the person who laid the cards out, is the very person who killed Tenfu Tornado. How quickly you move on to a new target when your win fairy proves false. You Pokemon. I don't know what Pokemon is, but I know I'm definitely not one. And before you start with the sermons, why don't you hear me out? Yes, let's hear the defense reasoning. Did you say Mr. Sykes? But if you're bluffing, I won't go easy on you. I understand, Your Honor. Now then, please recall the original crime scene. Who did the cards name him when the scene was discovered? Let's see. I believe they implicate the defendant Bucky Wint. That's right. Then we found out that the message originally read Owen Forth. It implicates the young boy Owen. Exactly. And the person who rearranged the cards was undoubtedly Uendo. Uendo may have kept silent, but we can sure he already knew his master was dead. His tampering with the crime scene using the TV all but proves it. Yeah, I confess, I tampered with the crime scene. The reason Nuendo rearranged the covers of cards and moved the TV was because he saw the Owen Forth message and was convinced Owen had committed the murder. That's not a crime. Right on, Prosecutor Blackwell. It was seen that Owen and the other three personalities don't share the same memories. But really, there is no fourth personality. It's just the three of us in here. Uendo feared that Owen had killed Master Tornado, so he tried to hide Owen from us. Oh, Sniffle. But it turns out Owen is but a 5-year-old child, incapable of hurting a fly, let alone his beloved master. So naturally, the culprit must be somebody else. And the somebody else, the true killer, tried to pin the crime on Owen. I see. That does make sense. Objection. That is not but conjecture, composed of half-truths and fantasy. Who then do you maintain murdered the victim? I believe one might know something about that. Objection. I refuse to allow such an impromptu testimony, and from a 5-year-old, no less. Such a young child is incapable of producing anything coercive.
Objection.
But your desperation is disgraceful. You should realize when it's time to let it go. And I saw it. I saw Shinju getting. Owen, you do know something, don't you? Yeah. Oh my! Is it true? And so we must have Owen testify immediately. Would you create prosecution Monday? It's all right, Owen. Go ahead and tell us what you know. I saw it. Shinju was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping from Shinju's face onto Shinju's face, getting all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared. I passed out. This is eyewitness testimony from the moment of the murder. Owen, can you tell us anything else about what you saw? I was so scared. Oh, so scared. Owen! His emotions are spiraling out of control. Something must have really frightened him. Is he alright? His emotions are running wild because he's trying to recall something frightening to him. I recommend a thorough research right away. I see. Yes, please do what you can to help this poor boy. Will do, Your Honor. I better find the cause of these out-of-control emotions pronto. Out-of-control sadness. Seems to be the blood this time. Yeah, blood was dripping down upon Shinshu's face. Blood? I don't remember seeing any blood in the crime scene photos. Besides, if the victim was standing upright, how could blood drip down onto his face? As I expected, all we managed to obtain from this child is a tale he dreamt up. I guess it's a little too weird for blood to drip onto the victim's face if he was standing up. Unless it dripped down from the ceiling or something. What do you think, Simon? I don't know. Owen's one confused and upset kid right now. So who knows how accurate his memory is? Maybe it's time for that thing instead. Huh? What thing? The thing that you and your cohorts do. What do you call it? Rotate your thinking around? Oh, you mean turn your thinking around? Yes, whatever. It's the same thing either way. No, it isn't. Who's ever heard of rotating your thinking? I mean, rotate is... Hey, wait a minute. What? You know what, Simon? In this case, I think rotate might work. Just might work perfectly after all. Again? All I have to do is rotate things by 90 degrees. When he saw his master, Owen must have been... I wonder if I'm just doing Hans now. Owen must have been lying on the floor when he witnessed his master's murder. What? That's the conclusion I've arrived at when I rotate my thinking by 90 degrees. Which means that all the visuals in my matrix were off by 90 degrees. And that means Master Tornado was already lying on the floor, which solves another mystery. Which mystery is not? The mystery of how blood could have been dripping onto the victim's face. It becomes much easier to imagine how that could happen if he was lying down. Like someone bleeding onto Master Tornado somewhere, from somewhere up above him. I remember now, somebody was sitting up on top of Shinsu. So trying to recall his master's bloody killer is what spooked Owen originally. The blood that stained the victim's face red came from the person sitting on top of him. The victim was holding the knife, so he likely nicked his attacker when he was fighting back. That means his assailant was injured on their face somewhere. Like the forehead, perhaps? Assuming the victim and his attacker were face to face, then yes. I see. So that is what happened. But if I recall correctly, the accused has a fresh bandage on his forehead, does he not? That injury of Mr. Wetz is conclusive evidence that he committed this murder. Why? It seems you have dug yourself into a pit you cannot crawl out of. Oh. Even though I figured out the reason for Owen's out of control emotions, all I did was raise further suspicions against my own client. What do now? What's the matter? You aren't thinking of throwing in the towel, are you? It looks so bad for Bucky. I mean, he has both motive and opportunity. Plus, he has an injury on his forehead. Your Honor, I sense that the defense is finally ready to let it go and move on. Oh, Miss Sykes! I understand that you don't want to give up on your client, but I won't allow you to prolong this trial without a good reason. Well, that lawyer did her best, but all the science points clear. Maybe it's time she gave up. She tried everything she could. I really don't want to back down, but
Silence.
yeah. Athena, are you having doubts about Bucky's innocence? At least with the other ones they kept was rare. Okay, Francesca's the exception, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't say that. But it's just. Do you remember what you said to Bucky earlier this morning? You mean you believe him? You believe me, ma'am? Of course, no matter what. I'll believe you until the very end. Or those just empty words? Oh, of course not. It's just that all the cards are stacked against us. Are you still stuck on the line of thinking? Motive, opportunity, and an injury to his forehead? Is that all it takes to make you stop believing in your client? Tell me again. Who are you to Bucky? I'm Miss Chickadee lawyer. Then do your duty and believe in him until the very end. I will. Sam is absolutely right. I'm Bucky's lawyer, and he depends on me. Vincent, please! No fighting in my courtroom! The defense is ready to resume, Your Honor. Prosecutor Blackwell just gave me a pep talk, that's all. Thank you, Prosecutor. I didn't do it for your sake. I did it for the future of the wet soba. Yeah, I got it. The defense would like to not continue with Owen's therapy session. Owen, would you arrive then? Okay. So somebody was sitting on top of Shinzo, bleeding from their head. And smooshed something onto Shinzo's face. That's funny. What is it? I still hear discord in Owen's voice. I don't sense any inconsistencies between his statements and his emotions. And there doesn't seem to be any contradictions in his testimony itself either. Ah, so that's it, huh? Did you figure something out? Your ability to sense emotions is making you focus too much on his feelings, Athena. But there's actually something he's being very vague about in his testimony. If you can clarify what he's feeling uncertain about with some evidence, you should be able to move forward from there. Okay, what makes sense? That makes sense. I'll give it a try. I'll just update the moon matrix with the new information, and then we'll be ready to go. I just need to present some evidence on what Owen is being vague about, huh? A bit up on his fist and a knife in his hand. Somebody smushed something onto his feet. Let's see if here. I think this is the statement.
Objection!
Hey, God. Let's put a name to the thing Owen's uncertain of, shall we? By identifying the murder weapon that was used to suffocate the victim. Fortunately for us, I spied the murder weapon right here in this crime scene photo. Unfortunately for you, I spy nothing of the sort. And the police did not spy anything of the sort during their investigation either. Pray tell, what is this murder weapon you see? You don't see it because it no longer looks the way it did when it was used as a weapon. This is what the killer pressed on the monster his fists.
Take that!
The mystery person that Owen saw press Soba into the victim's face thereby suffocating him. I grew weary of your tasteless jokes. How could anyone commit murder with soft, delicate soba? The noodles would instantly fall apart if they were pressed into someone's face. Yes, I agree. Well, I disagree. There's a way the soba could have been used to suffocate the victim. What? You will explain your fear at once, Miss Sykes. To kill Master Tino, the culprit must have smothered him with... I'm gonna save though. Uncut soba dough. The culprit must have used the soba before it was cut into the noodles. In other words, the murder weapon was raw soba dough. What? Order! Order in the court! Yes, soba dough could definitely be used to suffocate someone, couldn't it? Are you alright, Prosecutor Shamandi? I was just letting the soul of the victim know that the accused will finally face justice, thanks to the foolish lawyer before me. Huh? What are you talking about? Allow me to summarize your statement. As the accused was killing the victim, he was slashed to the face by the victim's knife. The weapon he used to suffocate the victim was the dough in the dressing room. He then disposed of the murder weapon by cutting the soba dough into noodles. Ah! Why, you smarmy! Afterwards, the accused put the victim's face into the bowl of soba noodles and broth. He washed off the blood that had dripped onto the victim's face from his own. And there you have it, the true sequence of events behind this foul affair. Now, wait just a minute! I never once said that Mr. Wet was the culprit. But who the accused knows how the dough into noodles defense? That's a very good point, Prosecutor Shamandi. I heard that cutting soba dough into uniform noodles requires considerable training. But then, what about the dying message? How do you explain that? The defendant would also have known about Owen's personality. Perhaps the victim was simply playing the cards, and they hold no other meaning. Perhaps he spelled out Owen's name in jest sometime before his murder. That's true. From Owen's testimony, it's clear that Master Tenino cared for the boy. It appears we have arrived at a compelling conclusion. Taken together, all of these paint a conclusive picture of the defendant's guilt.
Hold it!
Owen, is there anything else you can tell us? Doesn't matter how small of a detail, anything will do. Oh, you're scaring me. Oh, I'm sorry, Owen. Auntie Athena didn't mean to raise her voice. I have to be gentler with him. Don't forget he's only 5 years old. You know what? No need to be scared, okay, sweetie? Just tell us anything you can remember. Well, when I woke up, the person who killed Shinzo was standing over me, bleeding from their head. Owen, you saw the killer's face. I did it again. So who was it, Owen? Do you remember? Oh, I don't know who it was. I'm picking up some noise. That means there's still something to uncover in Owen's testimony. I don't know what Owen saw, but suffice it to say, we are analyzing the dreams of a child. You've wasted enough of our time, defense. Let it go and move on. No! There is still discord in Owen's heart that needs to be addressed. Therefore, I can't give in here. Owen, do you think you can continue your testimony for us? Okay. I'll enter the new info. I'll run an update then. Okay. Huh? Happy? Despite witnessing the culprit's terrible crime firsthand, Owen experienced a positive feeling, one of relief. The person the witness saw was no stranger, rather, it was the accused. Therefore, it is only natural that he felt some level of relief when he saw a familiar face. Defense, end this madness and sully your soul no more. Owen, who did you see? A nice smell. I love the smell of that perfume. Bye. It's the smell of. You can do it. Try to remember, Owen. Oh, the smell of. Oh. Oh, Owen! Yeah. It seems Owen's now resting in the infirmary. They certainly have their hands full today down there. Let's continue with the trial. Despite Owen's testimony, it is the option of this humble servant of the Holy Mother that the child's words were insufficient to clear the accused of suspicions. But what about the scent of perfume Owen mentioned? I believe it's a clue that will lead us to the true culprit. But there are thousands of perfumes in the world. It could even be the scent of the hair product the accused uses. He does have one amazing hairstyle. That's certainly possible. The witness is a 5-year-old boy. He cannot tell the difference between conventional perfumes and hair products. Arg! Why couldn't you have gone for a crew cut or something, Bucky? What's more, the only person who can cut soba noodles with such precision is the accused, and no other. Oh man, how am I supposed to argue with that? And so, the person Owen saw at the scene of the crime can only be the accused, Bucky Wet. Oh, that. What the? Hey! I never used her products or anything with a smell. If I wore something like that, the smell get in the soba. Boom, check it. Mr. Wet, aren't you supposed to be resting in the infirmary? Whatever. You think I let my sober stick with you? Try that chill trouble for yourself and see. He got on the judge's bench! I believe we have no choice but to try it. Strictly for examination purposes. Of course. Now then, let's dig in, shall we? You have Maji and Suba? That was delightful! Well, I'm satisfied that there are no traces of hair product or perfume in Mr. Wet's soba. First sweet pea buns, and now savory soba? What a delectable trial this has been! The texture is different from the soba I had the other day. It reminds me of a dish we have in Korea called Banpoon. Anopoon. What you think, Miss Chickadee? I'm sure it's pretty good, isn't it? It's delicious! Don't you think so, Simon? It still pales in comparison to his left father's cuisine. Hey, me. Why you always try to be so hard on me? back to the infirmary at once for some rest. Shish. I ain't done love a plain old way. Really, you don't do, you know. I'm fresh like my soba. You don't let soba dough get rest. It's about the free fresh as a soba. Grind this seas fresh. Cut the dough fresh and boil it over. Good grief, what a defendant! At least Bucky wasn't the source of the perfume smell. Weird. Smelly perfume. Looks like you remembered something. Looks like I remember. The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of a certain somebody. Oh, and who might that be? There's only one person that comes to mind. The phrase smelly perfume reminds me of this person. I forgot to check the profiles, but it's fine. Garu Tornado? Yes, she did smell very nice, didn't she? Just a moment, Defense. You will throw suspicion on Garu now because of a scent? Your Honor, there is no need to go along with these ever-changing claims of the defense. I suppose their claims have been awfully inconsistent. Garu could have been at the crime scene. Yes, but you'll get to see those balloons of hers if we call her back to the witness stand. I'll fog her. His Honor is not interested in such things. Setting the matter of her balloons aside entirely, I do believe it's appropriate to ask Garu some questions, given the circumstances. This has nothing to do with her balloons. Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. Oh, Kunga. Thank you for calling this disciple of the Tenno School of Rokakus back to the Inferno Encore. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Garu Tenno. 1, 2, balloon. What a wonderful balloon artist. Balloon artist is a retard. Your Honor, please. Now then, what would you like me to make for you this time? Actually, I called you back for some more testimony. Sorry, for more testimony. I'm all tucked out. The kiss left me completely deflated. What? You didn't find that funny? Anyway, what exactly is going on, Simon? It seems the person who murdered Master Tornado was wearing perfume. And you're the only person I could think of who wears perfume. Wait, you mean I'm a suspect now? Garu, you know about Owen, right? Well, yes, I often play with him at Shincho's request. So that means you could have left that fake dying message, right? What? Just because I wear perfume and know Owen? You think I'm a murderer? Oh, how could you? The witness is absolutely right. With no evidence but the distorted memories of a small child. It is outrageous to the defense to accuse this woman. That's right. You don't even have any proof. You may step down from the stands, Garu. The defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime. Wait just 1 minute! I may not have proof, but Owen's testimony is still... enough! Feel free to leave. Please feel free to leave, Garu. But I'm so close! There must be something I can do. Well, if the prosecution says okay, then I guess I'll be going now.
Silence!
Oi, Garu! You're an entertainer, aren't you? Once you've got on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing? Leaving halfway through? balloon! There's a bandage on Gary's forehead! And since we know that Master Tornado the killer has a cut on their face somewhere, impossible. How did you know, Simon? I didn't. I just had to take a chance to see for myself. I completely messed up, but otherwise, your theory will remain a groundless accusation. Your Honor, Prosecutor Shermandi, the scent of perfume and injury on the forehead, and injury on the word. These things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, the mystery individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Garu. Thanks. Does this mean you are formally indicting this for the murder of Tenfu Tornado? Should your accusation prove to be false, I hope you are prepared to pay the price in full. I mean, what price is he talking about? I thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Shopmonk is saying Prosecutor Shopmonk is saying he'll see to it you never stand in a court of law again. I must say though, he knows how to make a trial interesting. So whose side are you on, Simon? Go on then. Into the deep end you go. You really have but one choice anyway. Oh, Miss Sykes, I'm waiting! With regards to the witness, Gary Timmy, the defense wishes to indict her. Oh, the Funko Pop fusions, right? There's no reason for me to hold back. Not if I really believe in my clan. I haven't watched it yet. The defense wishes to formally indict Gary Tornado for the murder of Tenfu Tornado. Oh yeah, Funko Fusion. I haven't watched the trailer yet, so I'll probably watch it in a bit. I have tried to be merciful, but now not even your plea will reach the Holy Mother's ears. You will have plenty of time to regret your decision. In the pit of hell. Except I won't need to. The person who murdered the victim was not Mr. Wet. It was Gary Tornado. Managers. It's just from a silly slip up I made while cooking yesterday. That's all. What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead? What can I say? That's what happened. You also don't have an alibi for the pier before 4 p.m., do you, Garu? But I really didn't know anything was wrong with Shinzo until Shinzo was found dead. If you don't believe me, then with a twisty twist. And boom! There you have it. An adorable little kitten. How could you suspect a cutie little balloon arms like me? Haru, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, but could it be that you don't have an eye for balloon arts? Don't you think I knew that? You didn't have to come out and say it. I'm the daughter of a great Rokaku artist. I never wanted to do stupid balloon art. I was supposed to be a Rokaku storyteller, too. Just like my late daddy. And she told me to do balloon arts instead. I guess the victim thought she had no talent as a Rokaku artist either. So you're still going to suspect me, a poor little thing like me? Please stop trying to skirt the issue. It all comes down to the scent of the perfume and that cut on your forehead. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony share these two traits. You're dead silent and kiss me, aren't you? Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you with twisty twist. I'ma cut you, witch. Go ahead, make me testify all you want. When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloons or mine that goes pop. Got it? Oh my! Is this yet another hidden personality? I'm in. Is everyone in the tornado school like this? How should I know? What I did before the murder. Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. Shinju and Ohm were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. I saw the note Shinju left, so I did leave. Didn't want to disturb me, you know. The perfume warmer set must have been left over when I visited. So Gary's saying she went into the dressing room, but then left right away? Don't take her for utter word. Okay, come on. Do you really think I would? I'm just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened. Now the mistakes! You may proceed with your cross-examination. Alright.
Hold it!
Okay, a courtesy call after your performance, huh? Oh. Why is this the final call? So we're at the end, basically. Come to think of it, you mentioned making the same kind of visit. Yeah, I visited here master before and after your routine. That's just common courtesy for us Rokaku artists and entertainers. So that means you paid the victim a courtesy call before your performance too, right? What did you see at that time? He was having a drink after getting himself into a festive mood. He'd like to say that drinking gives him a silver tongue. So he was already drinking by then? Ueno wasn't there in the dressing room yet at that time. He must have gone in there during my act, because when I went back...
Hold it!
Could you describe how they appeared? They were both stretched out on the floor, snoozing away. So sitting the victim up over the table must have been the culprit's doing. After all, who wouldn't stretch out on the floor if they could take the nap? Who wouldn't stretch out on the floor if they could take a nap? Reading. Plus, that matches up with what Owen said in his testimony. But if he was sleeping, how could you tell it was Owen? How did you know it wasn't Owen though? I knew the guy for ages. One look at his fists and I know which one I'm dealing with. I see.
Hold it!
Where did you find your master's note? I don't know. Can't remember. Did you notice anything else unusual or out of the place in the room? Well, there was the sake and the half-eaten manju on the table. I didn't see anything else out of place or whatever in the room though. Oh, is that a fact? Of course it is. What do you think? And you didn't change anything around while you were in there? I didn't do anything. Look, I'm telling you. I didn't see anything funny near Shinsu. And I didn't touch anything in the room. Your boldness? I request that Gary's last statement be added to her testimony. I'm in. What's a statement like that going to do for us? Just play along and you'll see soon enough. I have no problem with adding that to the testimony, but how about you, Miss Sykes? I have no problems with it either, Your Honor. What is Simon thinking? I didn't say anything funny near Shinsu. And I didn't touch anything in the room.
Hold it!
I just want to confirm. You didn't see anything at all unusual or a place anywhere around the victim? Okay. I already told you nothing. Okay. And you didn't touch anything at all in the dressing room? How many times I gotta say it? No, I didn't touch anything. Wait. Then, is she saying she didn't see what Ueno immediately saw when he checked the victim's body? Does that mean it wasn't there yet at the time? Oh, hold on. I guess there was something. What is it? The subway making equipment was already there in the room. That means Bucky must have been there in the dressing room before me, doing something. Yeah, that volcanic one was interesting. Unless there was more revealed whilst I was doing this. Thanks for the non-help. Yeah, no, the volcanic one's interesting. Well, the new Steven has been on it, but she's still sticking to her guns. She said she didn't see anything unusual in the dressing room. But that strikes me as a little strange on its own. Really? Why? Master Tornado really is the one who left that. You think Garu would have noticed it? If Master Tornado wasn't the one who left it, then we must ask who did. You know what I'm getting at, don't you, Athena? I think so. I really appreciate Simon's help, but I've got to come up with the answer myself this time. I forgot to batch press this because I skipped it. Which means I've skipped a few ones. So, do you admit that the scent Owen smelled when he witnessed the crime was from your perfume? Yeah, sure, why not? All it proves is I was in the dressing room anyway. It don't do a thing to prove I killed Shinzo. That may be true, but Bucky's the one who bumped off Shinzo. Nah, I can actually do it. Speaking of that, something else is striking out. Garu, you said you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master? You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room? That's right, what about it? Then, I wonder who left that dying message with the character cards. What are you talking about? It must have been that Bucky. Sorry, but that is not possible. Because only 3 people knew of Uendo's personality. Uendo, your master, and you! Hey! If Bucky had left those character message... A character message, sorry? He would have spelled out Owen. He would have spelled out Uendo. What it boils down to is this. As a member of Tornado School, you, Garu Tornado, are the only one who could have left that dying message. And as a person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tornado's killer. Will you ever quit yapping?
Objection.
You are like wretches clinging to the spider thread of salvation. Allow me to cut that holy thread from the heavens and bring you back down to earth. Will you quit butting in whenever things start to go my way? Silence, child. Playtime is over. What did you just say? As the witness stated, she went into the dressing room and soon came back out again. But the victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. There was another reason that compelled Garu to leave at once. Garu, would you please relate said reason to the court? There was a reason why Garu had to leave the dressing room? Well, I didn't want to show you this, but I guess I got no choice. Keep your eyes peeled, cause here it comes! Your hand is all swollen and red. What happened, Garu? If you must have known, I'm allergic to buckwheat. What? Allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. With Tefu Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room, Garu is lucky to still be alive, considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air. Good thing I left pretty quick. I managed to escape with a mild reaction. I touched Shizu as he was being carried away. And look what it did to my poor hand. There must have been soba brooch on his clothes or something. If I inhaled any of that soba flour, I'd had a seizure. And it'd been good night, Geru. I never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long. A person with allergy to buckwheat couldn't have been in the room with soba flour in the air. And certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either. That isn't good. You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy. As if I would do anything so underhanded. I was simply trying to protect the privacy of this witness. I'm sick of all these accusations. Why not just testify again to get it all out in the open, yeah? Alright. If I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me. Look at my hand. Just touching Shinju's body caused this much damage. Okay, that must have been soba brooch on his clothes. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room. I still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Did you know, Simon? Does it look like I knew? Protect the privacy of the witness, my foot! What a dirty trick. Now what do we do? There's only one thing to do. Put Prosecutor Sapmonk to shame with your cross-examination. Right? No matter how small, I'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. Alright.
Hold it!
You're not lying about the soba allergy of yours, right? Of course not. I swear on the grave of my father up in heaven. I can even get you a doctor's certification if you want. She seems to be telling the truth. I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember. Never dreamed in a million years it cleared me of murder. And you come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flour to boot. Well said, Your Honor.
Hold it!
I'll give you that there was I'll give you that there was quite a bit of flour scattered about in that dressing room. But you were in there to pay your respects to your master regardless, right? Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out. I mean, that soba making tools were right there. You better believe I was careful not to breathe any of it in. You still could have committed this crime if you held your breath while doing it. Don't be ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shinzu did. Yeah, I guess you're right. Please get a grip, will ya? Maybe there's a twist here. Like you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba? Ken, bring the little Jugamu in here. I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling you, I have a genuine, honest to goodness soba allergy. Defense, the witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation in this matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless. You hear the man, lawyer girl? All right, fine. I was just starting to think the same thing myself. Doesn't mean I have to like it though. I probably got this allergy reaction on my hand because I touched into. question about that actually. If you're allergic to soba, does that mean you're allergic to the noodle brooch too? Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve into the brooch, so duh. Touching soba brooch can be just as deadly for me. Don't you know something? What an amateur. I'm sorry. Do I look like a doctor to you? Look, anything that has soap in it, or anything that has touched soap, is like poison to me.
Hold it!
So, I just want to cover all my bases, but could the murder have possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room?
Objection.
That is out of the question. By even asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now. Yes, I have to agree. The defense can't go around suggesting no premise without basis. A bunch of you, who didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder. Well, that's unfortunate for everyone. Garu could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made. Finally, the time has come for the last rites of the victim to begin. Yeah. What would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? Askif! There's only one thing to do! What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you? Nope. It's just the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I see. You have no rebuttal, and so the only thing left for you to you is to smile. Oh, that's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal. And you're thinking of right, Athena. Don't try to figure out how Garu, who is allergic to soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Garu could be in the room and not have an allergic reaction instead. Let me rest. This may be very a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles, but I'm fresh like my soba, and you don't like soba noodles fresh. It's all about making the free freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and bun it fresh. He blacked out. He's blacked out. It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting, do not disturb. Yes, that's the one I saw. After reading that, who would have think she was napping? You must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat. Bondu! What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Gary could have committed this crime. No matter how hard you search your mind, you cannot overturn facts. Oh, Miss Sykes! If you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling. True, I can't overturn facts. But what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now? What piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please point it out to the court. This court. This evidence proves that Gary could have killed her master, even with soba allergies. Whoever soba allergies. I'm gonna try two things.
Take that!
It's Master Teneno's note! Oh god. The note! Preposterous. What possible connection could there be between the witness allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note. Its true meaning? The note doesn't mean I am resting, do not disturb, as we had assumed. But rather, it actually means this stew is resting, do not disturb it. Wait a minute, Athena. That doesn't make any sense. You're right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky told us many times, you don't let Sobato rest. What's all this jibber jabber got to do with anything? This is it, the home stretch. This note and Mr. Reed's words had led me to the conclusion that Master Chino was eating udon noodles. The victim, 10-3 Tornado, was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead. Pakunka! That layer of flour in the dressing wasn't soba flour, but plain old wet wheat flour for udon. So actually, it's totally possible for Gary to be in that room and kill her master. What? But if that's true, it changes everything! That changes everything! Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately.
Objection.
But soba noodles were found in the bowl, and Geru did have a reaction on her hand. How do you explain those things? Well... Even if it were udon and flour instead of soba, you still not can prove Geru committed the crime. But... Don't lose your nerve now. Keep charging forward or you feel my blade at your back. Enough with the threats already, I got it. How about pressure? Alright, Fina. Take a deep breath and go over everything again. I'm going to revisualize the case from start to finish. I have to find conclusive evidence that Gary committed this murder. What was Master Tomato making in his dressing room? Master Tomato was making udon. By my logic, Master Tomato must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room. Something that the crime scene identifies otherwise. Indicates otherwise, sorry, indicates. What was found on the bowl on the table? There was soba in the bowl. Even though the master wasn't making soba, soba noodles were found at the scene. So that makes the noodles had to have come from somewhere. Wait a minute! When was she serving soba noodles? That sounds familiar. One mysterious soba noodles, that sounds familiar. Where did the soba bowl on the table come from? The soba was from the master's soba stock. The soba noodles found at the scene were from the master's stock of uncooked noodles. But then, why would the culprit go out of her way to cook that soba and put it in the bowl? Why did the culprit cook the soba noodles to put them in the bowl? Hide the udon dough. The culprit wanted to hide the udon dough. Soba was found at the scene, so that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. But why did the culprit take the udon away and hide it? It must have been because she... I call them using the murder weapon was udon dough. That's it! The udon dough was the real murder weapon that killed Tenfu Tornado. And the reason why no weapon was found is because Gary got rid of the dough somehow. The real murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. And undeniably prove Gary's guilt.
Objection.
Even if we could find this dough, what makes you think that it would prove her some proof she is the one. Please recall Owen's eyewitness testimony, Prosecutor Mandy. If the injury on Gary's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, then Gary's blood must have dripped down onto the dough used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence. Wouldn't you agree? But where is this conclusive evidence? Let us hear your theory on where this murder weapon is. Well, it's... I can't find the answer in the evidence I have on hand. We'll lose this trial. And how did Gary get rid of the udon dough? Think, Athena. What I have that points to the suspicious behavior on Gary's part? Anonymous Likes, let's hear your answer. Where is the real murder weapon hidden? Nice barking you did there. I assume you have the bite to back it up. Stop distracting me! Especially not right now. This piece of evidence can point us to the location of the hidden murder weapon.
Take that!
Look at this. Gary. Huh? What is it? I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about a murder. Cut that cute acting in your balloon act. In your balloon hut. Gary got rid of the dough she used to kill Master Chino in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackwell's nose by feeding it to her dog. Oh, I... Of course, now it all makes sense. I was puzzled as to why Gary, who should know her own dog's eating habits, would feed Giacomo more than he could possibly finish. Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard right now. And what should the police inside the theater be looking for exactly? Giacomo must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around his doghouse. Dumplings that Gary made out of the udon noodles with her blood on it. Yeah. This is preposterous. I want to thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way. What are you babbling all about? You still have work to do. Now, by your hand, finish this wretched kiss off, Athena. You got it! Garu, do you remember what you said would happen? Gary, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth was finally revealed? When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it? Well, now the truth's out, and it looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop. Ah. The pop was so strong that it took out 9 years in the process. A Rankoku artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit that name. But then, Shinzo... Why are my balloons bursting? Daddy? Are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl. Ah! I can't think of anything. Oh. I really can't think of a one-liner for that one. Are you ready to tell us everything now, Garu? The whole reason I entered the world of Rankoku in the first place was to follow my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name. His stage name? You don't mean... Uendo Tenefu. Tornado. I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did that stupid bullying thing like Shinzo wanted, I heard of the name someday. The Master Tornado gave the name to his junior disciple. Yeah, that's why I took my revenge on Shinsu during the show celebrating this name succession. So that was your entire motive? I doubt anybody else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It was my whole reason for living. All of all the days you could have taken your revenge. Why did you choose the day of the show? Because I wanted to pay Ueno back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all the Tornado's fans were gathered. But then, Ueno tried to shift the blame on the Bucky Wheat. And now we know the whole story. There's just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tornado was making Ueno in his dressing room yesterday? No, I didn't. When I saw the Sobo making tools, I was worried about my allergy. It was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it. So it was a premeditated crime, but in the end, you only went through with it on impulse. Then, the allergic reaction on your hand is from the touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands. When you were tampering the scene, with the crime scene after your master's death. Yeah. By that time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy. Garu, how could you do all this? You idiot! Garu, I get you decided to inherit your father's name. But what you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart. His heart? You have anything to add, Prosecution Monday? Any objections? No, Your Honor. Miss Athena Sykes. Yes? That's the first time he's used my name. I shall be sure to remember your name. Really? It seems he's finally recognized you as a proper adversary. Thanks! That's all I ask, Prosecutor Mandy. Looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant. Ah, good. It seems you have made a full recovery. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Bucky Went, not guilty. This court is adjourned. May 13th, 11:55 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 6. Congratulations, Bucky! I'm so glad you were found innocent. Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee. It still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. But Ueno did have it out for... Did Ueno have it out for you or something? I don't think so. Ueno said it was a spur-of-the-moment idea when he got... when he saw the Soba-themed cards. Hi, man! Where have you been? I stopped at Ueno's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim. No way. I almost got convicted out of convenience. Poor guy. Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges. So, buck up, Bucky. Oh, so on a more important note, what I really want to know is, why did Master Tornado let Gary inherit her father's name? What do you mean, on a more important note, Miss Chickadee? Aw, don't be such a wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Now, come on. You think the master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business? No, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted to get her to find her own calling in life. To perform what she want. Sorry, you didn't give her. You didn't give the name to her because to perform whenever she wanted without being bound by her father's name a rock ago. Making Uno was his way of showing his support for her new endeavors. So that's why he called you to the theater, huh? They teach him how to make udon? I'm all roundabout way. I never seen, but that's Master Tornado for you. You sorry. So this entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding? I'm sad. By the way, Gary wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on. Even though the person in question seemed still unaware of his master's intentions. What? You talking about me? Come on, no way. Okay, all the old man ever did was criticize my soba. That's not true, Bucky. There must be somebody to make Bucky see just how much Master Chinu cared for him.
Take that!
Take a good look at this, Bucky. Let's take a good look at Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of this title deed? It's still my name. Master Chinu was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner in your father's steed. He probably used some tough love on you so that the shop wouldn't just go belly up. I see. I never knew. Oh, Master Tornado, I'm so sorry. Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to his expectations. Thanks, Sammy, and you too, Miss Chickadee. One day, my soul was gonna be good, so good, it'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation over Wet Duba. Wet Doodle number 4. Well, I better be getting back to my shop. I gotta get ready for the lunch rush. Hold on! Can I place an order for delivery, Bucky? Yes, Mikachi. Could you deliver a bowl of udon to Garu on behalf of her master? You got it! I'll make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tornado would have packed into it. Thank you! Well, see you! Be sure to drop by the shop sometime. I will! And I'll bring the whole agency with me. Do us all proud, Bucky. I'll have the best sub in town waiting for you when you come. He's out! Ah, it's nice to see somebody giving it their all, isn't it? I wonder if I leveled up thanks to any of this. Any thanks to this case. Don't kid yourself. The child would have been a the child would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side. You don't know that! For a lawyer who's first in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively. Or you could have just teach me your famous mind tricks, Simon. No. We just shut someone down. Why not? Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. So it's best in my interest for you to remain green forever. Hey! What's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the whirlpool over your eyes by Uendo? Must you remind me? How could I have known Uendo would do Time Soba? Hey, speaking of Time Soba, I just thought of something funny. Oh goody. I can't wait. Okay, here it is. In Time Soba, why didn't bond number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon? How should I know? Because 7, 8, 9. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Rough. The heck they put it in there. That I should have known. Come on. Let's go get soba or something and go home. Your treat? I'll treat you to 50% of the top. And don't forget, you still owe me for that manju. Really, Simon? It wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while, you know. Quit squawking and start walking, Athena. Hey, wait for me! I may still have a way to go as a lawyer. But just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me, I'm going to get there someday. After all, I haven't heard their passion for our courts and the law. Just left there. Let's do this. I can do this. I'm pretty sure I got the French wrong there. Either way, that will wrap up episode 4, Turnabout Storyteller. And that means our next, we'll wrap it up here. And that's when we get back, we'll be in the final story of the main part of this, Turnabout Revolution. Which I will point out is the longest part in this trilogy in terms of parts and length. I think it even might have become maybe longer than Turnabout Bridge of a Turnabout. But for now, I'm going to wrap things up here. Hope it's a good day, hope it's a week, and I will see you all next time. Bye.